and that's why it's okay to kill as long as you are blonde.
At this point, I'm no longer even surprised.
Guys, it's out. The Resplendent is out.
Yes,
Oh,
Elwyn will
nice.
be so happy.
Finally,
Cool.
another
But
What
you
do
know,
you guys think
looking
about
at
it?
it,
Oh, wow.
somehow it doesn't
Finally,
feel
I'm
like
just
him.
okay
He
with
deserves
it.
it, really.
Am I the only one that's
It has been a
cheating?
long time
Maybe
coming.
it's just skill
I
issue.
don't know.
Let's go.
Is that a CED?
What
do you mean, see,
blind?
For fuck's sake,
I
man,
don't care
what are
about
you
you
even talking about?
Woke
It's
up.
not even
Are
the
you
same hair
blind?
color. How do you
Jesus
see
Christ.
CED
Fruity
is why we
girl,
like
look at
dum-dum.
me, no excuse.
I
How
kept
can
putting
say
back
so
and let it
wrong?
go,
Look at
because
her,
we
that's not
continue
the
being
face
a
of
dum-dum.
AC. Damn it, so disappointed.
Greetings, warriors. My name's Pretty, and welcome back to another Resplendent review. Sorry, this one's kind of late. It's kind of been chaotic, a little bit. But hey, I'm here, and we're here to talk about...
I must become more like my father, not just in terms of strength, but also wisdom.
Yes, Ephraim, our latest Resplendent. We're gonna just dive on in, talk about his outfit, and see how well it really fits into the Jotunheimer design, shall we? So, he's got the color palette down pretty well. He's got the black, he's got the white, he's got the red, and silver. So, fantastic. 5 stars there. He does have a long cape, which is a typical feature of Jotun characters. Great. With the more female-leaning designs, they tend to be more scantily clad, whereas Ephraim is going in the route of more of a gladiator type. I still think that fits thematically because it's very sportswear, very much athleisure kind of stuff. He doesn't have any headgear, which is fine. His original design doesn't have it anyways. Big gloves, he's got. Fantastic. Sandals, traditional of the Jotunheimer aesthetic. He has a lot more patterns than other Jotun characters do. It's a little too much in my opinion, but it's not enough that I would be able to say, oh yeah, they're totally wrong. You know, and sadly he doesn't have a choker, which I know it's such a small detail, but when like other Jotun male characters have that, you know, it's kind of sad that Ephraim here doesn't have that. But that pretty much covers everything about him, honestly. Like, he fits very well. But in my personal opinion, I feel like he has too much bulk. I understand he's wearing armor in his base design. He has the chest plate, he has the shoulder pads, and so on. But I feel like compared to the rest of the Jotun designs, he's got a little too much going on. I'm not saying that's enough to like say, yeah, he totally doesn't fit. It's more of just, I'm saying this because I notice a trend with the Jotun designs, and I'm noticing he's breaking away from that a little bit. Again, not bad. So I think overall, for matching the Jotunheimer aesthetic, he's gonna get a nice 9 out of 10. Just a couple of small details he's missing. He's not perfect, but he is fantastic. And now, we shall talk about if he fits thematically. The current theming for Jotunheimer Resplendence, there we go, is reliance, be it on others, be it on yourself, be it on certain emotions. Just, they need support. They need people around them to show how badass they are, essentially. Because everybody in Jotunheimer is like a certified badass. Now, let's dive into Ephraim's backstory and see how well he fits into that theming tentatively. Ephraim is very confident and courageous, revered by his comrades as a brave leader, as well as someone who is renowned for his battle prowess, gift for strategy, and unwavering determination. He has a straight-to-the-point attitude and dislikes wasting time on anything that strays from whatever goal is at hand. However, Ephraim seems to struggle with communication, as well as consideration of others, due to the fact that he was raised to be a distant prince, to the point of stating that he couldn't afford to feel real affection towards anyone because of this. Due to that, he comes off as shy and even a bit of aloof. One of Ephraim's dreams includes becoming a mercenary in order to travel the world, but he reluctantly puts the responsibility with his kingdom first, despite always longing for battle, which means he was never able to achieve the dream even after the end of the story. Though Ephraim's biggest flaw is his overconfidence. Though he picks and chooses battles he is sure to win, he sometimes loses the sight of the bigger picture, focusing on victory at all costs. This causes him to abandon Renai's at its time of need, allowing Orson to take over as a despot, and causing the citizens to suffer. Another example of this behavior is shown when he, Orson, Ford, and Kyle storm Fort Renval by themselves, with Ford and Kyle questioning Ephraim's sanity for directing such an order first. He even explains to Eirika that he has a calling to battle, and it is something he is not sure he can control. Despite being reserved, he opens up to his sister, Dussel, and his retainers, showing a softer side to them. He also has a friendly rivalry with Inez. Outside of battle, Ephraim is shown to be kind, strong, and a mature person, despite being rather young. He takes criticism rather well, even if he disagrees with what is being said. Although Ephraim is not very knowledgeable in history, he is viewed as a suited king to the throne by Dussel and others. He is passionate about his goals, and deep down cares about others, such as how he is actively wanting to protect his sister. I don't know what to say about him, because the Jotunheimer theme, is so broad, but it's also so specific at the same time. You can look at all the Jotun characters and see that thread connecting them, but also that thread is kind of going up and down and sideways and up and down, but there's still that connecting thread. So even if he doesn't exactly fit 100% into the theming of Reliance, he kind of has that, though, in a way. He has reliance to his drive for battle, because he loves to battle, it's his entire life, and reliance to the ones he cares about, and his sister Eirika. So in a way he fits, and he also fits in the term of just everybody in Jotunheimer is a certified badass, and he kind of fits in that. So I think I'm gonna give him another 9 out of 10 on fitting into Jotunheimer's, theming. And now my personal opinion. So, okay, if you watch the beginning meme, let me explain that, okay? It was the middle of the night. I woke up because I needed to see who the respondent was, and come on, his face just doesn't look like Ephraim's face. From the other alts we've seen of Ephraim, and I don't know, just something feels off. He's more skinny, he's not I don't want to say cocky, but he doesn't over-exude overconfidence, which is a key defining trait of him. So I find the art to be a little lackluster. The art style itself, beautiful. It looks really nice. It's really, really nice. That's all I can say about that. But I don't like his posing really, especially his attack pose. It doesn't feel like he is comfortable holding that spear, which, as a person who, lives for battle, you kind of need to be comfortable with your spear, and he's not showing that. I like that a lot of the Jotunheimers' special poses deal with perspectives. Amelia, Saber, those two deal so heavily into using perspective as their tools to make it look magnificent. And I feel like they were trying with Ephraim, but it just doesn't go hard enough. I feel like it's mainly just his stance. I really, I think it could have been so much better if he was posed a little bit more tall instead of squat. I feel like if he was more puffing out his chest, standing up fully straight, and slamming his spear down into you, and then having that perspective, I feel like that would invoke more power instead of just, I got a spear, which is kind of what it feels like to me. His special art isn't really special, in my opinion. I understand non-magical characters do have a little bit of a harder time of showing what a special could look like. But there have been so many inspired special arts lately that this one kind of just feels like he has the wind and he's pushing the wind. It doesn't feel like he's putting all of his power into this attack. And I feel like that could also just be because the pose, it just doesn't hit it for me. I'm just not the biggest fan of this Resplendent personally. I can acknowledge that yes, it fits very well into Jotunheimer's aesthetic. Yes, it fits very well he fits very well thematically. It's just, personally to me, it just does not hit the marks of what I want. I'm happy that Ephraim finally got a Resplendent. He has been one that a lot of people have been wanting for a long time, and I'm happy that you guys have that. I kind of wish he was a fairy, though. Come on, matching Eirika, that would have been so cute. And come on, we need a guy fairy intelligence systems. We need a guy fairy. So help me.
If we do not get a guy fairy Resplendent, I'm going to lose my mind and I'm going to write some very, very harshly worded words to intelligence systems.
So yeah, that's kind of just my overall opinion about Ephraim. I don't hate him. I don't like him necessarily. I do think he is the weakest Jotunheimer Resplendent that we've gotten, which is kind of sad because all of the other Jotunheimer ones have been hits. Like, they've been really good. Like, if you look at my tier here. Okay, first I'm gonna give the rating. Ephraim's probably like a solid 6 out of 10 for me. You know, let's scoot him away and bring up my tier list. And you can see that, like, you know, all of the Jotun ones are up there, you know? Like, Effie is my lowest rated Jotun as of now. And the rest are just like, we are gods, essentially. So it's just a little, I mean, again, I can say it fits very well. Like, thematically, design-wise, yes. It just doesn't hit me in the way I want it to for a Jotun Resplendent. As for where I would put him on this tier list, I feel like he is kind of in this spot of being slightly better than base, but also kind of same as base. Like, will I be using this Resplendent? I have no idea because I don't use Ephraim. So I don't really, I feel like tentatively right now, I'm gonna put him as slightly better than base, like underneath, you know, everybody. And I'll see how it grows on me, and if it grows on me, he'll go up in that tier, but if it doesn't grow on me, he might move back down to same space. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Speaking of opinions, what's yours? Let me know down in the comedy doos below. As for announcements, I don't really have any. My chaotic summer is finally coming to a close, I think. So I can finally work on some projects that I've been wanting to work on for this channel because, oh my god, I have so many things, like, written out and, like, planned out. I just haven't had time to sit down and record. But, hey, you know, it's life. It's life. If you're watching this on the day it's posted, if I edit it fast enough, I will be streaming tonight for Genshin, because I haven't touched Sumeru yet, and I am very excited to do that. And I got a special video coming out on Monday, so keep your peepers peeped for that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Keep fighting your battles, and I will see you next time. Toodaloo!